Dumelang guys, good day, Sabonani, and Da, Bom Dia, Buenos Dias, and Buongiorno. We are Abashwe, otherwise known as Mania Gifford as Abashwe. I'm David Beckham from England, this is Bernard Parker, and this is Chabalala Simpure Chabalala. We're here to tell you all about taxi drivers and soccer players. As you can see, I got a soccer ball in my hand. Unfortunately, the other prop, the taxi driver, didn't want to come, so I'm sorry about that. But we basically wanted to investigate this because we thought to ourselves, you know, taxi drivers are actually probably the biggest fans in our country. Because think about it, if you're a taxi driver and you're driving in your taxi, and most of us South Africans are soccer fans, I mean, we love our soccer. So if you're driving in your taxi and you got a Kaizer Chiefs like sticker on the back of your taxi, obviously the Kaizer Chiefs fans are going to be like, look up. Obviously they're going to go like much more to the taxi that has the sticker. So taxi drivers in South Africa have a much bigger motivation to be soccer fans. So we investigated several different variables that would kind of indicate their loyalty to their soccer team in order to indicate the soccer team with the most loyal fans. And the variables we looked at were how loyal they were in terms of would they change teams if the team lost, the amount of time they spent listening to the radio that was related to their team, and last of all, the number of games they attended per season. And now I'll hand over to Bernard to elaborate.
I think you determined that packed lunches are healthier than the lunches at the cafeteria.
We used the literature review because the one that we did for IBC. Because with that information, we're able to see that cafeteria foods usually have higher fat content than home packed lunches on average. So from different studies that were conducted.
Okay. I'm wondering, does that include the cafeterias that actually do provide healthy food and stuff?
Yeah, it does.
Like our one down the back.
As you can see, the objective is to know which has the most loyal fans, which are taxi drivers. And from the graph here, hopefully you can see, from the graph here, you can see that there is a direct proportion, which means the correlation it's quite high. As you can see, there is a straight line, a positive one. It shows that for each and every team, as the number of loyal fans increases, they tend to attend more games. So when they say they're loyal, they're actually loyal because you can see that there is a relationship, they increase, which means the correlation is quite closer to 1 as it is approximately 1. And David will take over.
Yeah, and in conclusion, as you might have noted, Kaizer Chiefs, well, certainly in the area that this study was conducted, have the most loyal fans by far. So I would say the only or the least fun we experienced was a little bit of group tension, but otherwise, yes, we had a lot of fun.
And has it contributed to real learning of introductory statistics?
Yes. Yes. No, certainly. Now, when you learn about it in class, now you actually need to take the data for yourself. There's no one there saying, okay, do this, do this, do this. You actually need to do it practically for yourself. So actually, it helped, especially with my Excel practicals. I don't know about you guys, but doing this definitely boosted my Excel practicals that we do weekly. So, yeah.
Mostly what I've learned is how to actually conduct a research project. Because a lot of times we hear statistics being thrown around in the media and we don't actually understand how they go about researching a particular subject. So for us to take this, which was for us in the beginning, it was quite overwhelming because we thought that we would take a topic that nobody else would choose, which was quite influential because we live in Mamelodi and on a constant basis we interact with taxi drivers. And we thought that this would be the best way to display our statistics. And quite honestly, group dynamics was also another part where we had to learn because we had to work together, which was quite challenging at first, but as we went on, we learned how to adapt to that.
And are you proud of the end result?
Yeah, I'm very proud of the end result.